Cafe, and welcome to another edition of Storytime featuring yours truly, Counselor Gibby. What is your definition of love? What does it look like? What does it feel like? I love talking to students in my office about these things because everybody's definition of love looks completely different. For example, I'll have a student come in here and say something like, "But Miss Gibson, my teacher hates me because she yelled at me for not doing my work and making noises." And you know what my response is, you guys? Well, that's because your teacher loves you. And I can't even tell you how many eye rolls I get. Okay, so just think about it this way. If your teacher did not talk to you about getting your work done when you haven't or making noises when you shouldn't be, your teacher does not care. I know this sounds weird, but I am so happy you are getting yelled at because that means that your teacher loves you and wants you to be your best self. Yeah. As you listen to this story today, I want you to think about at least one person in your life who can hold and love you through everything, even the scary or uncomfortable times. See you after.
Love by Matt de la Pena, illustrated by Lauren Long. In the beginning, there is light, and two wide-eyed figures standing near the foot of your bed, and the sound of their voices is love. A cab driver plays love softly on his radio while you bouncing back with the bumps of the city. And everything smells new, and it smells like life. Love, too, is the smell of crashing waves and a train whistling blindly in the distance. And each night, the sky above your trailer turns the color of love. In a crowded concrete park, you toddle towards summer sprinklers, while older kids skip rope and run up the slide, and soon you are running among them. And the echo of your laughter is love. On the night the fire alarm blares, you're pulled from sleep and whisked into the street, where a quiet old lady is pointing to the sky. "Stars shine long after they've flamed out," she tells you. And the shine they shine with is love. But it's not only stars that flame out, you discover. It's summers, too, and friendships, and people. One day, you find your family nervously huddled around the TV. But when you ask what happened, they answer with silence and shift between you and the screen. In your dream that night, you are searching for a love that seems lost. You open and close doors, lift cushions, empty old toy bins, but there's nothing. You wake with a start in the arms of a loved one who bends to your ear and whispers, "It's okay. It's okay. It's love." And in time, you learn to recognize a love overlooked. A love that wakes at dawn and rides to work on the bus. A slice of burned toast that tastes like love. And it's love in each deep crease of your grandfather's face as he lowers himself onto an overturned bucket to fish. And it's love in the rustling leaves of gnarled trees lined behind the flower fields. And it's love in the made-up stories your uncles tell, in the backyard between wild horseshoe throws. And the face staring back in the bathroom mirror. This too is love. So when the time comes for you to set off on your own, heavy winds will sweep past your building, and great gray clouds will congregate above. Your loved ones will stand there like puddles beneath their umbrellas, holding you tight and kissing you and wishing you luck. But it won't be luck you'll leave with, because you'll have love. You'll have love. 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 The end.
This story just gives me all the feels. I just love a good love story. There is so much we can talk about in such a short story. Firstly, I really love the way that the author and the illustrator worked together to include as many different people in the story as possible. Did you guys notice this too? The people in here were all different. They lived in different areas, they had different skin colors, their families were different sizes. Just a couple examples for you. I'm wondering too if you noticed that the book about love had some negativity in it. For example, there was a fire in a building, there were parents arguing, she had a bad dream. I hate to break it to you folks, but love isn't always rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. Love is hard. It's a muscle that we have to work out every single day. Even though it's a book about love, some things are still going to be scary and uncomfortable. There will still be people around you, though, who love and care for you. Finally, the take-home message of this story from author Matt De La Peña himself. You cannot go out into the world and do anything special until you, yes you, look in the mirror and see love staring back at you. What do you think about this? When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? I'm not talking about just your face and your hair and your body. I'm talking about all that you are, the person and the character that you have. Your kindness, your perseverance, your grit, your courage, just to name a few. If you don't like what you are or what you see, how can we change this? Speaking of love, and I hope you all genuinely believe when I say this, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I am one of your biggest cheerleaders. Please stop by me if you want to talk about ways that we can learn how to better love ourselves. It's so important because you are the only person that you are going to live with for sure for the rest of your life. Until next week, GFA. Bye-bye.